All right. Boom. So look, it's really time to start separating ourselves. Separating ourselves from all the negative bullshit that be going on in niggas' lives for real. Like, it's time to like cut that shit off. Like, whatever negative bullshit is like going on in your life, you gotta cut that shit off. Like, whether it's a person, whatever it is, like a girl, a friend, a parent, you gotta cut them off, bro. And it's not really cut them off. You just gotta distance yourself. Like anything like negative energy, like you don't want to be around that shit. Like you really don't want to be around. Like it's so draining. You ever like been around a person who could drain your energy? You was having a good time, smiling. Right when they walk in the room, it's like, God damn. Like it took the life out of you. Like literally. Like I had those problems. I always was dealing with people with just fucked up energy. Like I hated being around people with bad energy, bro. Like just always negative, mad at the world and shit. Like that's the last thing you want to be, is that type of person that's just mad at the world. Cause there's always a lot to live for. It's always a lot to live for. But like it's about time, like you just need to start like being your best friend. That's me. Like I learned how to really be my best friend. Like I'm my biggest supporter, my biggest critic, my biggest fan. Like I love me so much to where I could really give a fuck about what another motherfucker gotta say. Like what anybody gotta say for real. And you gotta have your genuine friends. Like you gotta have that core good amount of friends that you can really like rely on. But you really don't need to rely on nobody. Like you can be strong enough to rely on yourself. Like, and that's what I'm coming to the realization of. Like, I need to rely on myself. I can't rely on my mama, can't rely on my dad, can't rely on my brother, can't rely on whoever that you feel is in your corner. You can't rely on them because they doing their thing. They got they shit they got to battle with. Some people got demons they got to deal with. Like, you can't think like everybody's just gonna always be in your corner. Like, the only person that's really in your corner is the man above. So you gotta really know how to just, and that's gonna be the hardest part, separating yourself from people that you're always around. Sometimes it's the people that's really close to you in your corner that you know is not good for you. That you know, like, damn, I really gotta separate myself. Like some like, I don't know if it's some fake shit going around or just something I don't need to be a part of. But it's like, how do you like separate yourself? Because they gonna keep pulling you back. They gonna, hey, where you been? I ain't call you. What's going on? Like, you gotta really just be like, nah, I just take some time to myself. Like, you gotta really distance yourself for a little bit. And then if it's meant to be, it's gonna come back. That's what I feel like. If a friendship is meant to be, they gonna understand why I distance myself. Okay, let me get my shit right. Let me get my mind right. Let me figure out what I gotta do with myself before we start chit-chatting again. Because when we chit-chatting and when we hanging out, we not getting shit accomplished. We not getting shit done. We talking about it, but we not being about it. We not putting in no action. So it's about time for you to be that leader. It's about time for you to like set the tone and be like, all right, like I can't keep doing this shit. I can't keep being around here. Can't keep hanging with these people. We not finna be doing nothing. Like I gotta start doing it. Like I gotta start taking action, taking my first step to start doing shit. And whatever I want to do, whatever it is I want to do, doesn't matter. We gotta keep learning though. That's the problem. Like I feel like a lot of niggas like don't be trying to learn shit no more. Like niggas just be worried about dumbass shit. Like niggas gotta just keep learning, bro. But the main thing you gotta do is learn how to go without people. It's good to be around people. It's good to like hang around, kick with your niggas and shit, kick with the little hoes and shit. But you gotta learn how to go without. Learn like how to just be alone, being yourself, be around yourself for real, and then you gonna start getting ideas. That's what happened with me. Once I start being, cause at the end of the day, I love my niggas and I love being around women, but it's really a distraction because you constantly have to hear what they gotta say and with like dealing with it's just a lot of shit you gotta deal with. But once you start becoming by yourself, you start thinking more, you start getting ideas, you start feeling like you being more creative. Let me do this, let me do that. And then you don't got the next nigga, you want to give them an idea like, hey, we should do this, and then they shit on you. Or they don't fuck with your idea, or then they just knock all the motivation out of you because they wasn't fucking with it. No, you got to keep that shit to yourself. You got to keep that shit. You got an idea, you got to keep it to yourself. Like, I'm not even going to tell my parent, I'm not even going to tell my mama, like, what I got going on. Because she not going to understand. She, oh, yeah, baby, just do it. Like, she not going to understand. And I'm the type of nigga where if I feel a little bit of doubt from you, I told you my plan, I told you what I want to do, I feel a little bit of doubt or some negative vibes, I'm going to get turned off all the way from you. Like, I probably won't even fuck with you for real. But that's why I try not to tell niggas too much what I'm about to be doing or what I want to do or what I got planned for. Like, you just got to know how to play your role with certain shit. Certain motherfuckers you could tell, but you know, like, genuinely in your heart, you know the niggas that you could rely on and talk to and talk about and express your goals, your ambition about what you want to do, and the niggas that don't have that same ambition. Why would you tell somebody about your goals? They don't even have goals themselves. So you gotta know, like, put people in categories. Like you can be cool with people, but you don't gotta always talk to them 24/7. Like, if they don't understand that you doing your shit, like, you doing your shit, he's doing his shit, I'm doing my shit. But at the end of the day, shit, do your shit. At the end of the day, man, you just gotta really, like, focus on your goals, what you wanna accomplish. Like, when you separate yourself from people, I'm not saying be a loner. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying be a fucking weird ass loner that don't talk to nobody and don't get no pussy. Like, you gotta at least, like, talk to somebody, have some social skills, because that's the most important thing is communication. You know how to communicate with somebody, they'll pay you a lot of money. But it's gonna come a time where you need to really just separate yourself and figure out what you need to accomplish. And once you get the ball rolling, then those people are gonna come back around. They always come back around. Women, friends, and if they didn't, fuck them.